shimmering gateway hums with power, its golden edges pulsing against the ever-shifting chaos of limbo. The arcane seal stands resolute, the circumference bordered by opalescent runes twisting disorder to order. Here, at the threshold between disorder and understanding, reality itself bends and folds, shaped only by the elemental chaos and force of will. Beyond the gate lies something few have ever seen, a sanctum of celestial wisdom, a place where knowledge flows like a river and the fabric of the multiverse is woven into the walls. It is a bastion of cosmic truths, guarded not by mortal hands, but by something far greater. A storm of cosmic energy churns through the void, swirling around the massive serpentine beast of golden scale and hue. Large twin horns and neck frills, smooth and metallic, give it a sagacious look. Its scales gleam with an inner fire, each movement radiating divine authority, while its eyes, emblazoned with the fire of a newborn star and ancient wisdom, pierce the aurora. The beast coiled around the cosmic gate, a celestial guardian. It is a sentinel of the planes, a being whose sight glimpses beyond time itself. A group of robed travelers, draped in crimson, stand at the threshold of the portal, a key-like device raised in supplication or command. These Githzerai, seekers of enlightenment, drawn by whispers of lost knowledge beyond the veil, approach. Beyond these travelers, the abyss stretches into infinity, where fractured shards of reality twist and dissolve into the swirling chaos of limbo. The gold dragon, for that is its title in the common tongue, stirs. The dragon's immense wings unfurl slightly, their golden tips merging with the cosmic storm, as if it alone binds order to the chaos. The gate itself is a masterpiece of celestial craftsmanship. Engraved runes spiral inward, glowing with the promise of knowledge or threat of forbidden power. The air crackles with arcane force, and the dragon's maw opens. The truths of creation await those who would wield them with wisdom. The Githzerai step forward, their disciplined minds most often holding the shifting chaos of limbo at bay. Note in this locus of energy. Their aid in bringing order to disorder is naught required. They approach the gate, but before they may pass through, the air shudders. The golden radiance of the portal flickers, dimming as a presence far darker seeps into the realm. From the void, a shadow slithers forth, an incursion, an invasion, a force that hungers for minds and knowledge alike. Mind flayers. They pour from a rift between planes, their chitinous limbs twisting in unnatural ways, their soulless eyes locking onto the gateway. Their purpose is clear: to consume, to corrupt, to unravel the wisdom that has been protected for eons. The guardian rises, its wings unfurling in a storm of golden fire. It does not hesitate. With a single beat of its mighty wings, it hurls itself into battle, a beacon of divine wrath against the encroaching horror. The Githzerai move in unison, their monastic discipline turning them into a force of sheer will, their strikes breaking through the unnatural defenses of their cosmic foe. The first Mind Flayer lunges, its psychic energy lashing out in an unseen, formless blast meant to tear the mind apart. But the dragon's presence is a fortress of will. Its mere existence radiates a shield against such intrusions. The creature falters as the dragon opens its maw, unleashing a torrent of fire, not of mere heat, but of radiant purity, a golden inferno that burns away the corruption of the far realm itself. The Mind Flayer wails psychically, its form collapsing into nothingness as the flames consume its essence. More emerge, their tentacles writhing, their alien minds focusing in unison. A pulse of psionic force erupts outward, a thought turned into a weapon, a wave of crushing pressure meant to unravel the minds of all before them. The Githzerai stand firm. They are warriors of the mind, and they answer thought with thought. Their psionic energy flares, forming a barrier that absorbs the mind flayer's assault before shattering outward in a counterstrike, sending the horrors reeling. One Githzerai leaps forward, his movements a blur of speed and precision. His fist, wreathed in silver energy, collides with an illithid's skull, sending a shockwave through its body as its alien form convulses before collapsing. Another Gith twists through the air, spinning his staff, now a lance of pure psychic force, before impaling one of the aberrations mid-charge. Yet, the mind flayers do not falter. Their leader, a creature larger than the rest, its form pulsing with arcane corruption, raises its clawed hand, dark energy swirling in its palm. It does not strike the warriors. It targets the gate. A crackling tear begins to form, a rift meant to collapse the portal entirely, to sever the bastion of knowledge from existence itself. Not while the Guardian draws breath. With a roar that shakes the fabric of limbo itself, it surges forward, its massive claws wreathed in golden energy. One swipe cleaves through two mind flayers in an instant, their forms dissolving before they can react. The dragon twists, bringing its tail crashing down with the force of a falling star, crushing another beneath its divine might. And then, the dragon's eyes with eternal fire fix upon the flayer nobility. The mind flayer raises its claw higher, its power reaching its apex. It whispers, its words not spoken, but carved into the minds of all present, a voice that promises nothingness, the end of thought, the unraveling of all reason. The gate shudders as the rift threatens to consume it whole. In this locus of power, naught can withstand the encroachment of the far realm. The Githzerai cease their advance, clutching their skulls in abject horror. But the dragon's eyes blaze with divine clarity. It speaks a single word, not in Draconic, not in any language known to mortals, but in a voice of absolute authority, a sound that shakes the planes themselves. The mind flayer halts. For the first time, it hesitates. For the first time, it knows fear. And in that instant, the dragon strikes. A radiant beam erupts from its maw, a column of pure cleansing power. It does not simply burn, it eradicates, severing the mind flayer's connection to the far realm, tearing it from existence. The creature has no time to scream before it is unmade, its darkness extinguished in a burst of golden fire. The rift closes. The portal is safe. Knowledge is eternal. Before kingdoms, before even the gods laid claim to the heavens, in the beginning, there was Io, the first dragon, he who forged all dragonkind from the raw elements of creation. But when Io fell, his children warred amongst themselves. Before Toril, there was Bahamut, the platinum dragon, noble and just, and Tiamat, the five-headed queen of greed and tyranny. They worked to shape the material plane, and for a time, there was harmony. Like all true dragons, gold dragons trace their lineage back to the dawn of creation, when the first dragons were forged by divine hands. Most legends claim it was from Bahamut that the gold dragons were born, his most noble and mightiest children. Some sages tell of the platinum dragon taking to the astral sea, sculpting the first gold dragon from the molten heart of a dying star and imbued with an essence of his very own celestial fire. Others may say they emerged from the golden breath of Io himself, created to bring balance to a disordered equation. Even today, many gold dragons hold true that they are more than mere creatures. They are instruments of cosmic order, protectors of the weak and the last bastion against an ever-encroaching darkness. In the vast and timeless tapestry of dragonkind, none shine brighter or command greater reverence than the gold dragon. These noble and ancient creatures stand as the epitome of wisdom, justice, and grace. Tirelessly dedicated to preserving the balance between light and darkness, gold dragons are the stalwart defenders of good and guardians of cosmic order. A mountain of living gold, a being whose every movement radiates divine energy. Its scales shimmer like the morning sun, its wings ripple with celestial fire, and its very presence commands awe and is a reminder of the ancient forces that guide the realms of magic and fate. With their unparalleled beauty and formidable power, gold dragons are not only revered by mortals and immortals alike, but also serve as paragons among their own kind, ever seeking knowledge, justice, and a brighter future for all. To know the gold dragon is to witness the very embodiment of celestial nobility. The most powerful and majestic of the metallic dragons, gold dragons are dedicated foes of evil. These awe-inspiring creatures, with their celestial bearing and noble hearts, are among the mightiest defenders of the forces of good. With an unyielding commitment to protect both the cosmic and magical orders, they are unflinching in their struggle against the encroaching darkness of evil. Their purpose is clear: to bend the threads of fate toward a brighter future for all. Though their wisdom and serene dispositions may seem placid, these majestic beings are not afraid to unleash their fiery wrath and formidable magic when the need arises. Their breath, a blaze of blinding flame and crippling magic, can turn the tide in any battle against the forces of corruption. A gold dragon, if you should ever be fortunate enough to witness one, is a creature both wise and awe-inspiring. Its face is graced with long, flexible spines, akin to whiskers that frame its sagacious features. Twin horns sweep back from its noble brow, echoing the frills that adorn its long serpentine neck. These are the hallmarks of the gold dragon: smooth, metallic horns and a set of delicate neck frills that curl like the finest of furs, complemented by spines that trace the length of its snout, giving it a distinguished, almost feline appearance. Its slanted eyes gleam with the lustrous glow of molten gold, a reflection of its ancient wisdom. Young gold dragons are often seen with dark yellow scales interspersed with flecks of glistening metal, which over time grow into a brilliant coat of gold as they age, and their pupils vanish entirely, replaced by the fiery gleam of molten gold. Their wings, vast and sail-like, ripple through the air with a motion reminiscent of swimming in a stream. Graceful, fluid, and utterly majestic. When at rest, their wings fold against their back, like the protective shell of a golden moth. Though gold dragons may feast upon nearly anything, they hold a particular fondness for pearls and gems, which serve as a delightful delicacy for their refined tastes. Yet, they do not require such treasures for sustenance, and it is not the wealth itself that pleases them, but rather the gesture of a gift freely given. They accept offerings with grace, but they are not so easily swayed by material things. No gold can sway their hearts in the face of evil. Among their own kind, gold dragons are held in the highest regard, respected for their wisdom, fairness, and their unyielding commitment to justice. However, their lofty stature among dragons also means that they are the most distant and solitary of their kind. Their hearts remain steadfast, focused on their personal quests and the preservation of what is good. They rarely interact with others, save for their mates, their offspring, and the rare significant meeting with another dragon. Older gold dragons possess the remarkable ability to assume the forms of both beasts and men. They might take on the guise of a humble peddler, mingling with mortals to gather news of the world, offer counsel to those in need, or simply observe the ebb and flow of civilization. In the guise of an animal, a dog, a cat, a horse, or even an eagle, they may wander unnoticed, lending a quiet hand or companionship to those they encounter. They walk in the world, veiled in mundane form, not as mere travelers, but as subtle forces of change, guiding and influencing events from the shadows. Their quests are often self-imposed, a noble pursuit of knowledge, life, or morality, and they will stop at nothing to see these goals fulfilled. The habits of a gold dragon are sage-like and often difficult for the average mortal to comprehend. A gold dragon will spend most of its time in an assumed form, usually that of a nondescript human or harmless animal. For animal forms, a gold dragon will often choose domestic animals such as dogs, cats, or horses. Swift-moving but non-threatening forms such as an eagle are also favorites. This is because the assumed form allows the gold dragon to travel and observe the world without drawing attention to itself. When traveling in particularly dangerous areas, a gold dragon will use, especially non-threatening forms. This approach helps to set at ease fellow travelers it may encounter, and to use itself as bait for any evil creatures lurking about. A gold dragon is a patient listener, for they hunger for knowledge and news of the world. Their curiosity is boundless, and no conversation is too long or tedious, save perhaps for the infamous garrulousness of their bronze cousins, who can test even the gold's legendary patience. Though they rarely engage in debates with mortals, when they do, it is often to silence any arguments that promote chaos or disorder. Their wisdom is vast, and their words, though few, carry the weight of ages. Gold dragons have a worldwide or planar hierarchy with a single ancient at the top. This leader is elected by all gold dragons from the ranks of great gold worms and serves for life or upon resignation. This leader, known as your resplendents, serves for life or until they resign, and acts as the ultimate authority in matters concerning the species. This noble figure advises their kin on the nature of their quests, assists them in their battle against evil, and serves as a representative in dealings with other species. Should a matter of justice arise, it is the resplendent one who will hear the case and make the final decree. The courtship of gold dragons is dignified and deliberate. Prospective mates can spend years discussing philosophy, ethics, can go on quests together, and will seek the ruler's approval as matter of protocol. Despite their lawful nature, gold dragons allow themselves remarkable freedom. Some mate for life, others for a short time. Gold dragons always instruct their young carefully, and young gold dragons may be fostered to care for wormlings where the older dragons are needed elsewhere. The lairs of gold dragons are hidden in serene, far-flung corners of the world, away from the bustling eyes of mortals and the prying forces of darkness. These secluded havens are carefully chosen to offer peace, solitude, and an intimate connection to the natural world. Often nestled near tranquil lakes, mist-covered islands, or ancient ruins, gold dragons seek places that resonate with magical power, allowing them to reside in harmony with the weave itself. Their lairs are not only marvels of natural beauty, but also fortresses of wisdom and protection, guarded by loyal creatures and imbued with powerful wards. Here, among the shifting mists and sparkling treasures, the gold dragon is ever vigilant, watching over the world from its sanctum, while glimpsing into the future and safeguarding its hoard with unparalleled care. The lairs of the gold dragons are as elusive as they are majestic, hidden in the farthest corners of the world, where none but the most fortunate or unfortunate may stumble upon them. These sanctuaries are carefully chosen for their seclusion, ensuring that the dragons can dwell in peace, far from the prying eyes of mortals and the reach of evil. The gold dragons favor tranquil locations, often near serene lakes, winding rivers, or islands veiled in mist. Their homes are sometimes found behind sparkling waterfalls, within the heart of ancient ruins, or nestled at places of deep magical power and ancient knowledge. The lairs themselves are always carved from stone, intricate and vast, with chambers that are not only functional, but beautifully adorned, reflecting the dragon's inherent grace and refinement. The gold dragons are not alone in their remote abodes. Their loyal protectors may include creatures native to the surrounding lands, such as animals, or even powerful storm giants, or good-aligned cloud giants, who serve under the dragon's command, ensuring no harm ever comes to their sacred home. The very land around a gold dragon's lair shimmers with the immense power of the weave. This region is subtly warped by the presence of the dragon, imbuing the air with a sense of mysticism. Those who find themselves near the dragon's lair, be they in slumber, trance, or reverie, may feel the dragon's presence enter their dreams. This telepathic connection leaves an impression which lingers upon waking, as though the dragon itself has shared its ancient wisdom with the dreamer. The environment surrounding the lair often manifests in ethereal mists, shimmering with opalescent light. These mists never obscure the vision of the onlooker, but in the presence of evil, they twist into haunting forms, silently warning the dragon or any of its allies of impending danger. Within a mile of the lair, treasures, pearls, and gems alike gleam and sparkle, their beauty illuminated by the soft glow they cast. The gold dragon's connection to its domain is such that these treasures become an extension of its essence. Within the lair itself, the dragon can peer into the future or banish evil to realms beyond mortal comprehension, sometimes casting foes into harmless dream planes or distant dimensions, where they may do no harm. The hoard of a gold dragon is kept deep within the heart of its lair, safeguarded by wards of unimaginable potency. These magical defenses make the vault nearly impenetrable, ensuring that no treasure may be stolen without the dragon's knowledge. As for the treasures themselves, the gold dragons have a particular fondness for those crafted by skilled hands. The artistry of paintings, calligraphy, sculpture, and fine porcelain are prized above all. Of course, pearls and small gems are ever among their favorites, for they are not only the dragon's chosen sustenance, but also symbols of beauty in their purest forms. Approaching a gold dragon with offerings of such treasures is a sign of respect, and often a way to win its favor. But it is wise to remember, a gift must be given freely, without expectation. For a gold dragon knows well the value of sincerity over material wealth. The journey of a gold dragon is one of gradual transformation, from the innocent idealism of youth to the sagacious wisdom of the ancient. Each stage of their life is marked by discovery, growth, and an ever-deepening commitment to preserving balance, knowledge, and the forces of good. In their first few years, the gold dragon wormlings are creatures of wonder and boundless curiosity, their minds alive with the thirst for knowledge, and their hearts burning with idealism. Often, these young worms seek to right wrongs in the world around them, eager to forge bonds with the beings they encounter. Their early years are spent in the care of their elders, learning not just the intricacies of their abilities, but the vast knowledge of the world and the weave itself. These wormlings may be seen near small villages or farms, their sense of duty compelling them to protect those in need and learn from the local magic and powers, while their capabilities, small as they are in comparison to their elders, still take shape. Wormlings begin to test their claws, their breath, and their nascent flight. Although they are graceful in flight and as natural in the water as the swan, they remain cautious, relying on older dragons or companions for protection in times of danger. They may flee from conflict using their weakening breath to disorient foes, but will defend their home when needed, their fire breath and soaring flight a testament to the promise they hold. As the wormlings mature into their first century of life, the gold dragon's minds and abilities evolve in tandem. These young worms now begin to glimpse the true mysteries of the world, the magics that flow through all things, the depths of evil they must combat, and the vastness of the cosmos. Their inquisitive nature drives them to uncover secrets, solve problems, and take direct action in the world. Their flight becomes an art, serpentine and refined, as they glide effortlessly through the skies or beneath the waves. The young gold dragon begins to master its powerful weakening breath, capable of quelling conflict before it even begins, while their cosmic fire burns bright in defense of their chosen path. As their power grows, so too does the reach of their influence. By this stage, a young gold dragon may establish its own territory, often covering an area up to 50 miles. Their lairs become entwined with magical forces, and their hordes gain power, securing the dragon's dominion and influence over both the land and the weave. Though young, they may be entrusted with the protection of wormlings, taking on the mantle of guardianship to allow their elders the freedom to embark on quests or meditations. Upon reaching maturity in their first centuries, the gold dragon takes on a subtle, near-legendary presence. Masters of disguise, these dragons often assume harmless forms, be it an unassuming animal or a mortal persona to pass among the common folk unnoticed, weaving their wisdom into the lives of those they encounter. Their missions are self-appointed, their thirst for knowledge and justice never waning. No longer merely defenders, these adult dragons are active crusaders, seeking to uncover the world's deep mysteries and eliminate evil at its roots. By the time they reach adulthood, gold dragons are formidable forces in the world. Their magic is potent, from the banishment of evil to the use of radiant fire, each breath a cosmic force. They may rule vast territories, extending their influence over regions or even continents. Their presence a foretelling of hope and change. In these vast realms, the opalescent mist that surrounds their lairs is both a symbol of their power and a warning to all who would do harm. The grace with which they move, whether in the sky or on the ground, is legendary, and their intellect is unmatched. As a legendary foe and a wise sage, the adult gold dragon is both a guide and a protector, wielding magic with an artful hand and banishing lies with the sheer force of their will. By the time they achieve their ancient years, gold dragons transcend mortal comprehension. These awe-inspiring creatures become mythic figures revered by those who seek to preserve the balance of the cosmos. They act from the shadows, offering counsel and guidance to virtuous groups, aiding younger dragons and ensuring the preservation of wisdom. Only in the gravest of times, when the balance of existence is at risk, do these ancient dragons reveal themselves in their full, awe-striking majesty. With the wisdom to rival the most intelligent beings in the multiverse, they stand as paragons of virtue, wisdom, and power. Their lairs are often entwined with the pure weave, and they may protect secrets or artifacts of immeasurable importance, guarding the very fabric of existence. Ancient gold dragons are among the most powerful beings ever to exist, their magical and physical might matched only by their deep wisdom. In battle, they can challenge the mightiest cosmic foes, their breath a force of celestial radiance, their mastery of banishment and teleportation unparalleled. Though they may rarely show their full strength, it is said that to face an ancient gold dragon is to face the full weight of time and the universe itself. In the vast tapestry of dragons, few are as revered and awe-inspiring as the gold dragon. Known for their unparalleled wisdom, grace, and commitment to justice, gold dragons embody the delicate balance between diplomacy and wrath. Their innate preference for peaceful resolution and the defense of the innocent marks them as protectors of the realms. Yet when provoked, their might and fury are unmatched. Though the gold dragon favors diplomacy over direct confrontation, its might is without equal among the metallic dragons. When a foe, be it a malevolent individual or a wicked force, provokes a gold dragon, the consequences are often dire. a gold dragon's wrath is relentless, and it will not rest until its foe has been either slain or brought to justice. These dragons do not tolerate evil in any form and will not settle for anything less than complete triumph over it. Their grace in the air and beneath the waters is legendary, but when forced into combat, a gold dragon calls upon its vast mastery of flight, magic, and the power of both its radiant fire and weakening breath to turn the tide in its favor. It is not just their strength that makes them formidable. Their unparalleled intellect and deep understanding of the weave, magical mysteries, and the interconnections of the planes give them an edge that most adversaries cannot hope to overcome. The most hated and bitter enemy of the gold dragon is the red dragon. Gold dragons, in alliance with their noble kin, the silver dragons, stand as a bulwark against the malevolent forces of the chromatic dragons, with the red dragons serving as the most ferocious and dangerous of these foes. The destruction and chaos wrought by red dragons, fueled by unrelenting malice, are a constant source of concern for the gold dragon. Yet the gold dragon's enemies are not limited to the fiery, destructive force of the red dragon alone. Any being or force that seeks to manipulate the weave for malevolent purposes, destroy the fragile balance of the multiverse, or wield dark artifacts to shatter cosmic order will find itself opposed by the full might of the gold dragon. Older gold dragons, often content to act from the shadows to prevent such cataclysmic events, may not always be at the forefront of these battles in their earlier years. However, when the need arises, the gold dragons are not afraid to take up the mantle of leadership and command, assuming the role of radiant generals on the front lines of war against chaos and evil. When the very fabric of existence is threatened, the gold dragons will stand resolute, their wisdom, power, and courage ensuring that no dark force, be it mortal or cosmic, will go unchallenged. The battlefield lies dormant, save for the crackling embers of the aftermath. The last of the mind flayers lie motionless, their forms dissolving into the unreality of limbo, their twisted ambitions crushed beneath the unwavering might of the gold dragon and its allies. The great guardian lowers its wings, its golden gaze sweeping across the survivors. The Githzerai stand tall, though battle-worn, their minds still sharp, their resolve unshaken. The gateway flickers, its light returning, the pulse of knowledge beyond still intact. The gold dragon watches them, seeing not just what they are, but what they might become. It speaks once more, its voice now carrying the weight of experience, of a battle hard fought. You have seen the cost of wisdom, it rumbles. You have stood at the edge of the unknown and fought for something greater than yourselves. A moment passes, heavy with meaning. Then, at last, the guardian moves aside, its massive form parting like a golden tide. Enter and learn. One by one, the Githzerai step through, vanishing into the depths of the sanctuary. The gold dragon lingers at the threshold, its gaze drifting to the horizon, to the shifting void beyond. The multiverse is vast, its dangers unending. But for now, here, in this moment, wisdom has prevailed, and as long as even one guardian remains, it always will, for knowledge is eternal.